Yo, what's up? It's J20, aka J3, for a weekly forecast. So for the week of October 23rd to October 28th, first we're gonna look at the ForexFactory.com to check out the calendar to see what's going on in the market. Each week, the market is influenced by these news events. So for Forex Factory, starting off with Sunday, there's a bank holiday for New Zealand all day. So it's very not gonna have too much activity affecting it. And AUD, bunch of yellow folders, as well as JPY, which are low impact. So Sundays I usually don't trade because nothing crazy going on in the market. And then you got Monday, which is a lot of news events affecting the euro as well as the pound and some of the USD pairs. There's these red folders that causes movement in the market. So if you scalp, you should be mindful, especially if you're trading around London session, since this is where most of these floors are happening, as well as a little bit of New York session with the flash service PMI. Just be mindful. Tuesday, so more volatility. You can see the AUD pair at 8:30. You have the AUD getting affected by a couple news events. So be on the mindful if you decide to scalp and trade around that time during Asian session, as well as the New York session. You got the USD pair be affected by CB consumer confidence. And then we got Wednesday. We got a lot of red voters for the Canadian pair. So just be careful to trade the CAD. There's some news events in New York session that's very volatile. So if you're scalping, you're probably good to catch a lot of pips, but definitely be mindful of the risk factor. Then we got Thursday where we have red folders that's affecting the euro pairs as well as JPY. And Friday, we do have some news events affecting JPY as well as New York session 8:30 with the CAD and USD. So this week there is pretty much these news events throughout the day, starting with Monday. So that being said, let's look at the charts. So last week, Friday, the market finally went down for the USD/JPY. The Japanese yen shot down. So right now it's still overall uptrend. If you go to the daily chart, you can see this pair is very bullish on the daily. This pair barely retraces down, so I wouldn't be shocked if it doesn't come down to this 78.6 zone area, since historically it's shown that, as you can see, historically it's shown that when it retraces, it barely retraces. As you can see, it doesn't retrace heavily. So if we do come down here, definitely look for buy opportunities. But if we don't, still look for buy opportunities since we're overall a bullish pair. So this could literally come down a little bit and then shoot back up. Ideally, this is a zone area I'm looking to target. But trading USD JPY just gotta be mindful because it barely retraces that much. AUD USD. So this pair is overall downtrend on the 4-hour chart. Friday, the pair shot back up. I am targeting the zone area over here to look for sell opportunities to ride it back down since we're overall downtrend on higher time frames. As you can see, I have potential alert to look for buy opportunities around the 0.78, 0.6 retracement zone area. So right now this week, I'm being patient, waiting for the opportunity. And this week there is a lot of news for the AUD that probably going to help push it to these zones. So just be mindful. And Euro AUD. So right now, this pair is overall retracing back up to the zone. So right now, I'm looking for potential. Well, my trade last week might get stopped out since I have a stop loss around this red zone area. Because I was looking for buy opportunities to ride it back up. So let me go to the daily chart so you guys can see a better picture of what's going on. Okay, so on the daily chart, you can see the Euro AD finally shot down for a downtrend, and now we're just retracing back up to potentially get to the zone before we shoot back down. If we break past the zone and use this as a support, going to continue going up. But right now, I am looking for sell opportunities if we get up to the zone. Right now, currently on this 4-hour chart, based off what happened Friday, the market did start to trace down a little bit. We had this crazy push all last week, and then Friday, or these couple weeks, push up, and then last week, Friday, decided to come back down. So if we break this zone, we'll be coming out more or a minor downtrend. So just be on the lookout. Check what you see, now what you think. And now gold. So this trade took weeks to play out, but gold finally retraced from the 76 area zone to the 100% area zone. Retraced back down, all the way down, retesting this previous low area. Now we're retracing back up. So I am looking for sell opportunities around the zone area to potentially ride it back down. Since if you look at the daily chart, we are over on a downtrend when it comes to gold. You can see gold is constantly coming back down, retrace back up, and now we shot back down, retrace back up before we push back down, creating a new lower low on the daily. GPUSD, let's go to the daily chart. So this pair has been on a downtrend for a couple weeks. As you can see, we retraced back up to 78.6, shot back down, and then we've been like pretty much consolidating on the daily. So usually for consolidation, it's going to be a push up or push down after consolidation. But knowing that we're overall downtrend, we literally could decide to start to retrace back down and create a lower low. So I'm looking for sell opportunities when it comes to GPUSD. And US30, I'm patiently waiting for it to hit around this zone area. Because as you see on the 4-hour, there's this big push down. So right now, we're literally going to come back to this area. So if we come back to this area, I'm going to look for sell opportunities to ride it all the way back down. Right now, if you know the market, the Dow overall been on a downtrend lately. So I'm just trying to just ride it way back down once we come back up to retrace. But if we do break the zone, area, then I'll start looking for buy opportunities. If we do come up here and break it and create support, then we will just go back up. But I do see us coming back up around here, using as resistance, and then shooting back down. And this could take some days to play out on the daily. New Zealand, same thing, just been like a downtrend. So the 4-hour chart, we're finally around the sweet spot where we could literally test the resistance area before we shoot back down. Or if we do break above here, we can create support and then shoot back up. But knowing that we're overall downtrend, I do see us coming back down. So I already have my trades in from last week. I have my stops above here. So I'm waiting to ride it back down. And this could take a couple days to play out. GBP, JPY. So GBP, JPY, this overall been an uptrend. If you look at the daily chart, we had a minor retracement. But overall, just looking for buy opportunities. So we come back down, I'll look for a buy. If we come back down here, I'll look for a buy opportunity to ride it back up. And that's pretty much the only charts I'm looking at right now this week. Definitely like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. You already know we out here.